Am I overreacting? Friend asked me what my future plans with my girlfriend are, and then responded like this. Me and my friend were chatting, and he was asking about my relationship. He asked me what my future plan is with her and what my end game is. I got the feeling he was trying to gauge how serious I am about her. He said maybe I should get her a promise ring to show her I am serious, and that's when I sent the first text. You can see that in the screenshot. I've known him for 2 years, and I'm aware the last person he was with cheated on him with another guy and a girl. So he's always kind of had a bad outlook on relationships. Even so, he's never been so rude to me. It was such a quick switch up when I mentioned an engagement ring as opposed to a promise ring. As soon as I said that, the whole conversation dissolved into him basically throwing virtual punches. I think maybe he was mad I didn't take his advice about getting my girlfriend a promise ring and wanted to make me feel bad. To be honest, this kind of sudden switch up really makes me feel like I'm seeing his true colors for the first time. He's always been into 9/11 conspiracies and also into the conspiracies around that one flight that disappeared. But I don't know how out of whack he actually is with these beliefs. I seriously wonder what else he thinks about me, especially after he said this. Am I overreacting if I just cut him off right now? Okay. Well, I was thinking of getting my girlfriend a ring. She doesn't do promise rings, so I was thinking of actually going ahead with the engagement ring. She says a promise ring is just a less serious version of the engagement ring, and I want to show her I am serious. Laugh my off. You're really gonna propose? That's hilarious. Okay, what's so funny about that? Bro, no one's gonna want to marry you. You can't even keep a houseplant alive. I know that guys tend to have this sense of humor where they make fun of each other. So maybe that's what this is. Also, engagement rings are a scam invented by corporations. You're falling for capitalist propaganda. Okay, I guess that explains the conspiracy theory stuff you were saying. Okay, so quick question. The hell is wrong with you? WTF is wrong with you for getting so defensive? I'm literally just being honest with you. Someone has to tell you the truth. What? You're out here thinking someone's gonna marry you when you can't even figure out basic life stuff. Wake up. I don't see it as propaganda. I sort of get what you're saying, but for me, it is about the gesture. I don't know why you're coming at me sideways like this. Just because I don't fall for conspiracies doesn't mean I need to figure stuff out. Let me guess, you think weddings are just for show too? Oh, so now you're calling basic facts conspiracies. Typical. Yeah, and weddings are just for show. It's literally just an excuse to make your family watch you kiss someone while they eat dry chicken. In some respects, I kind of agree with him about the wedding stuff, but weddings are a very, very old tradition. People have been getting married for millennia, okay? I think that this is more him projecting about his personal feelings toward relationships. And I think that there's a small part of him, or a large part of him, judging by how he's responding to you, instead of being happy for you, which is like the only reasonable response to this. I think that he kind of thought he'd be engaged before you. He's in competition with you. You're so desperate for validation that you need a shiny rock at a party to prove your relationship is real. It's actually sad. Maybe work on yourself before dragging someone else into your mess. Are you being serious right now, dude? Yeah, I'm being dead serious. You came to me asking for advice and now you're mad I'm telling you the truth. Honestly, you're probably just gonna get divorced anyway. Most people do. Save yourself the money and embarrassment and just stay dating forever like a normal person. Like him? Like a normal person? Yeah, like a normal person who doesn't need the government and a piece of paper to validate their love. Marriage is literally just a tax break with extra steps. You're probably one of those people who thinks love is real too. How embarrassing. Oh yeah, no, it's kind of sad, isn't it? Like, I fully get his rejection of love and the sanctity of marriage and the symbolic gesture of proposing. I think that that's secretly what he really wanted with this person that broke his heart, and you're his punching bag right now. You can feel that way about marriage, but when a friend who doesn't feel that way is telling you that they want to propose, your only reaction should be, oh my God, I am so happy for you. That's it. You don't need to go on this massive tirade and berate the person for wanting to take this very mature step with his girlfriend. So weird. So newsflash, your girlfriend is probably just with you because she's bored and hasn't found someone better yet. Your values clearly don't align. You realize I am talking about the future, right? We were talking about my future and aspirations with her. Why did you ask me that question just to respond like this? Because your future aspirations are stupid. You really think you're going to be marriage material in the future? What's going to change? You're going to suddenly become a different person? You're delusional if you think planning for the future makes this any less ridiculous. Honestly, I'm doing you a favor by telling you this now before you waste even more time on a fantasy that's never going to happen. Right, so that's the last time I tell you about my future goals. WTF, I thought you were playing with me. This was so unnecessary and incorrect. I don't blame you for wanting to cut him off. I think that you're having like a little bit of whiplash right now because when someone's saying these types of things, it's like you really want to get to the bottom of it just to be sure. I ain't reading all that anymore, to be honest. I'm done. I'm done for you, okay? This friendship is over as far as I'm concerned. OP added some context. I've actually known this guy longer than we've been friends. Our dads worked together, but him and I didn't start hanging out until 2 years ago. I tried calling him after I sent the last text because I thought maybe he was messing with me and I wanted to see what was going on, but he didn't pick up. He is projecting his own feelings about marriage, and I would also argue that he was in secret competition with you. Wow, I thought that this was something only women did. How rude and terrible. I'm so sorry. Update, I'm going to have to make a separate post, possibly in a different sub, because he responded to my text telling him we are going no contact for a bit, and what he said honestly changes things up. He told me he likes me and I genuinely don't know what to do and I feel betrayed. He likes you. Oh, I don't know why I feel that way, but it's just the immediate reaction. Was gonna make an update about his confession, but decided to delete the post and block his number. Also, yes, I still have to see him because our dads still work together, so this is not gonna be the last of him. I will probably unblock him later to have an actual conversation and set boundaries, but for now, I don't want to talk to him because he's sending multiple texts like he did earlier and I'm already overwhelmed. We'll update this if I actually talk to him later. Wow. Edit. Ended up unblocking him just because I'm going to have to see him again and wanted boundaries in place. He got argumentative. Should I tell his dad on him like he's a little boy? He's acting like one now. Like, I'm sorry, is this guy gay or what's happening? Edit 2, he's no longer acting like a little boy. He has revealed himself to possibly actually be a clinical narcissist to the point where I can't believe I let my girlfriend be around him or brought him around at all. Sort of scary, and defo sending his dad screenshots of the messages regardless of his age. Another edit, decided against telling his father because I don't want to necessarily out him. Okay, so he's gay. And he apologized for now. I'm leaving it at that and waiting for my girlfriend to discover the ring sizer I ordered. This is so out of the blue that I genuinely thought he was manic or something. I took screenshots in real time as he was texting me because of how surprising it was to me. He never talked to me that way, so this is why I thought I might have to tell someone close to him. It seemed like he needed help. Another edit. I've successfully gotten my girlfriend's ring size and I'm focused back on what matters. Another edit. I wake up and I'm genuinely surprised by the people in my inbox saying that if I love my girlfriend, I won't marry her. Really thought maybe my fake friend was sending people to say that or making alternate accounts. Another edit. Now bro is literally begging to come over to my place and apologize face to face. I muted him and turned off read receipts so he gets indefinitely left on delivered. Gonna use the text for evidence if he ends up showing up unannounced. Update. Today, my girlfriend put our engagement on hold. Am I overreacting to immediately suspect my friend has something to do with it? No. I talked to my girlfriend. She told me that marriage is a scam. Same as what bro was saying over text. I asked her if she'd been talking to bro and she said yes. He sent her a link to an article and she forwarded it to me. It is not even written by a real journalist as far as I can tell. I didn't create an account to read the whole thing, but I can easily tell where it was going based on the title alone. And the title is Marriage, the Biggest Scam Humanity Fell For. So of course I immediately had her block him and I blocked him as well. I was angry she had put everything on hold just because of an article and that she had no suspicion about a friend of mine texting her randomly like this after we'd been talking about engagement. It is especially odd because the only reason he has her number is because we all hung out one time. My girl brought a couple of her friends too, and we had a group chat for the night out. They hadn't texted one another before, so the thread between them was literally bro saying,
I heard you were thinking about getting engaged, but I would hate for that to ruin your relationship. You should read this before you go ahead too quickly.
Oh, hell no. Then the article was linked and nothing else. She never responded to the message, but she did read the article, and that's why she put things on hold. She's always had anxiety, so I'm trying to be understanding of that. But again, it is really annoying to me that this was the outcome of reading a single article. Totally agree. I don't love that. And if you're willing to totally change your opinion about marriage just based on an article, you need to develop some critical thinking skills. She was also having a panic the night I confronted her about it, which is another reason we just decided to block him. It was clear he was going to try and get between us. That is absolutely what he's doing. He's trying to ruin your relationship. Then bro actually showed up at the apartment wrecked. He was off his and still had a bottle of something in his hand. He was standing outside yelling. At first, I didn't know it was him. Totally thought it was just some out on the street, but he started yelling my name. And by that point, I went outside and straight up told him if he didn't leave now, I would be calling the cops. He started screaming at me like a psychopath. He never got physical, but he was screaming that I was homophobic. Oh, and comparing that to racism. And at this point, he's tripping over himself and not doing okay. So I told him he better call someone to come and get him and went back inside because it honestly was not my responsibility. Someone else called the cops on him, and that is the last I heard from him. As far as the engagement goes, my girlfriend and I have decided to go ahead with it. Okay, good. Yeah, because now I'm sure that she knows that the reason why that article was sent was to break you guys up. She says that someday we are going to have a ceremony for sure, but she isn't sure about the legal side of marriage. As of now, I'm okay with just seeing how things go and giving it time. I think we both have things we need to figure out before any ceremony takes place anyways. Top comment, totally agree. This person hates themselves and doesn't want to see anyone else happy. Don't let them drag you down. Yeah, wow. I was totally off base with that one. Sounds like someone who is in deep, deep need of therapy. So no, you're not overreacting. I would say you're kind of underreacting, honestly.